Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. How great to see you all back. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Hillsong and the organic influence of that church worldwide. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to around 1962 in the UK. The original name of these guys was the Deltas, a few other names, Alan Clark, Graham Nash, Tony Hicks, Eric Haydock, Bobby Elliott, and Terry Sylvester, all significant people in this group. The guys were talking about the Hollies. Now the Hollies got discovered when they performed at the Cavern Club. This is the iconic Beatles club in Liverpool. They were discovered by Parlophone, and from that point onwards these guys, they got signed. We've got a few clips below. We've got I'm Alive as one of their first #1 hits from 1965. Now these guys are still going, so very long career indeed. And right from the very start, we've got very tight musicianship here. We've got incredible lead vocals. We've got incredible backup vocals. The Hollies are, they're a force of nature. And we'll get onto some of their accolades in a minute that these guys have received. But they just had a way about them. They in the original stages, they were doing covers. But while the covers were happening, there was a whole stack of original songs being written as well. And it wasn't long before the original songs started to take over their career. But at the start, we had I'm Alive. This was a #1. We went to #1. They got a live version of that one. Around 1967, we got Stop, 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 another big song for these guys, 1967 live clip. It was in 1965, out came He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. This is an absolutely iconic song, this one indeed, and probably where I want to go today. He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. It kind of flies a little bit in the face of where we are today, and that is that we tend to be a little bit on our own and really thinking about other people too much. But deep down, I think we do actually respect people, like people who kind of put themselves out for other people, because it shows us a bit more to human beings than just ourselves. There are other people in this world, and sometimes people, people are struggling these days. You really are. The stories have been a bit brutal. They're gasping for breath, and they just need someone to come alongside them and say, hey, you're doing okay, let's sit down and have a chat about it, as opposed to just walking past them. Sometimes we look at people and think, well, you know what, you kind of deserve the story you got. Look at the way how your life has been and how it's gone, and why aren't you taking notice of this stuff? It's not easy. It's not easier said than done. That when you're actually in the middle of something, you don't always realise what's going on. You don't always think about the bigger picture because you're just too busy surviving. If you think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I don't know if you've heard of it, but at the bottom we've got housing, air, water. But it's not until those things are sorted that we get up to more things about what do I want to do with my life, what about relationships, all that rest of it. Without the basic needs met, we can't consider other things. There's evidence base around that. And so for some people who've just known trauma and nothing else, it's very hard to consider anything further. But what can make a stack of difference in this world is people who just come alongside you, support you, listen to you, and just help you along your way. People need to, I think, own their own problems. They need to come up with solutions for their own problems. We don't go around solving problems for people, but we do empower them to think about how they can solve it for themselves. And so another good thing about this song, it's just such an iconic song, this one, is the space it's got just to think about, hey, I'm going to put aside my own feelings for a second and think about my brother, my sister, my family member, my friend, because they need me right now. Yeah, the word is need, really. Need because the person just needs help. They need a way to get through life. Even if it's just for a short space of time, they may get some different thought, some different mindset image that comes and says, hey, I hadn't thought about this before, what I could do with it, I could do that. That only comes when people spend time with you to do that. And so the encouragement of he ain't heavy, he my brother, you know, he ain't heavy, really what that's implying is, hey, look, I'm going to be here with you no matter what, because, you know, I want you to be better in life. I want you to have a better life than one you got now. So he ain't heavy. The concept, I'm just going to do it no matter what. And obviously this is where love comes to place too. Love is patient, kind, never gives up, always perseveres, always hopes the best. And so love has this beautiful ability to be able to carry this weight, because, you know, when we do commit to something, it can we need to go in and do it, but it's easy because of love. How awesome it would it be if there were more people in the world that cared and were considerate in this way. There are many people in this world that do this, but the world's not going so well at the moment. And so I do wonder our ability to care, where that's actually gone. Let's not lose it completely, hey? That's encouragement for today, and I'm talking to myself right now as I talk to you guys as well. Moving on to 19 steps. So I trust that will be an encouragement for you today. Just starts with a little thing, just a little smile, a little conversation, whatever it needs to be. Moving on to 1974, another one of iconic songs by the Hollies, The Air That I Breathe. All I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. Absolutely beautiful love song, that one. So I've got a TV live version of that one. In 1993, the Hollies celebrated their 30-year anniversary and they released a compilation album at that point. In 2006, they were inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame, because, you know, the harmonies of the Hollies are pretty amazing. 2010, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I've got the induction there as well. I don't think I told you I had a TV clip on the air that I breathe as well. We've got the video of the induction of the Hollies into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Between 1964 and 2009, there have been 21 studio albums, 22 compilation albums, 7 EPs, 94 singles. Estimated to have sold about 1.1 million albums. These guys were very successful in the late 60s, 70s as part of the British invasion. And of course, we all know bands such as the Animals and the Beatles and the Dave Clark Five are also part of that British invasion. So it's good to talk about these guys, I suppose, that came near the end of that. So it's good to give these guys a bit of a go today. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. So links to those 5 clips are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Hillsong, so if you want to recap on that one, feel free. Well, if you come back for another one, and this is the first time, the Life Reflection through Music, thank you to everybody for coming here. Or if you're here for the first time, how awesome to see you for the first time. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to Aussie band, the Hoodoo Gurus. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.